Alright, this is going to be some very low editing stuff for the second channel here. This is not the main channel in case you're getting confused. Also, I can't really be at the keyboard any longer today. If you guys caught the main video, I have a pinched nerve in my arm. I'm not doing any gaming at all. I'm only doing this video just because, well, I'm only doing these videos because it's Tarkov. Obviously, this is very important, so I have to do this. So, well, I had to do the video earlier. You guys know what's going on. If it's involved with pre-wipe, I have to cover it, basically. So, I'm here, I'm doing this. But this is going to be low editing so that I can discuss this. The number that we got was from the actual post on the Tarkov Twitter. And I have my thumbnail enlarged up here, which if you guys are over on Twitter, go check that out. Nice guy, NOICEGUI_. Make sure you guys follow me. I post everything, and also I post and I retweet and I talk about a lot of stuff that's going on with the game as well as the other games that I cover. So if you're interested in more than Tarkov, definitely follow me over there. And if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you're in the Discord. But this is the post that BSG posted today for today's event, and it's got all the bosses on there, and it's got it's got Knight on there from the goons, and you can tell that's factory, or at least you can partially tell that that's factory. It's factory hallway there. But we translated this stuff over here. It always gets pretty crazy. Axel, I'll link Axel's channel in the description. He translated it. You can go check him out. Because he speaks Russian. He's over there in Russia, so he translates most of this stuff very quickly if you guys are interested in that. But the main thing that we wanted to talk about here is the number 1323. Now, BSG have posted pictures where they've put teases in the past about this, and I wanted to go into some detail here because the last wipe, the most previous wipe, when they would do something like this in the exact same fashion, it was the number of the newspaper, or it was the number version or whatever of the newspaper or the news clipping, whatever they would post, they would do it this exact same way, and the numbers did not end up meaning anything. It did not match a day. If anything, it was actually a troll. Like, they didn't end up being that day. So this one, and that was when they actually worked. This one doesn't really work so much. So the only thing that we could come to was 13, so patch 13 on the 23rd. However, it's not patch 13. It's patch 13.1. So some people are saying maybe it's not supposed to be so obvious. Maybe if they put 13.1 in there somehow it would be too obvious. For me, I'm not fully buying it yet. They were doing trolls last time, and there's one caveat here which we'll get to in a second. If they were trolls last time, if they were wrong this time, I think they're also going to be wrong this time. They could also be trolls this time. But if you have an account for it's just patch 13 and not 13.1, which doesn't make any sense because we're in patch 13 right now, that would be, patch 13 on the 23rd. That's the only way that we could really make it work. Sure, it's 2023, but, 1/3/2023, that was in January. That doesn't work. The 13th, sure, and that's also a Thursday, but then why skip the month? So the 13th in 2023, that doesn't make any sense to me personally. Again, I think if this was going to be a clue, it's supposed to be patch 13.1 on the 23rd, which is a Sunday. And they've done wipes on a Sunday before, or they've done patches on a Sunday, even though this is looking very much like a wipe. So this is going into the second part of this conversation, which I've made several videos on. It's looking like they are going to wipe with 13.1. This is definitely going to be a topic on the main channel, and we'll get into the details of that. If you guys want to leave some comments, you want to leave some conversation going on, I'll add it in the new video here. If you guys have been keeping up with the main channel, then I would have talked about this a lot. 13.1 has no new content. It is just updates. It is the actual definition of stop adding new things and fix your game. They're adding all the new tech with the new engine and the new netcode. They're refactoring the netcode using AI. I'm not sure specifically what AI, but that's what they were saying when the last Tarkov TV, when they talked about this. Again, all this is covered, if not once, several times in multiple videos on the main channel. If they are going to wipe with 13.1, I also see patch 14 being a wipe, which means patch 14 could be our winter wipe. And that's a long time. So that's 6 months, probably, of just the new netcode, the new engine, and playing to figure out new bugs so that we can report them to BSG, and then they can get the game to a point that we all wanted at, really. with the new netcode and with the changes and the new engine and all that stuff. And then once that's figured out, they release patch 14. That's definitely a wipe. That's the way that I'm seeing this right now. Option number 2 is they release patch 13.1, they wipe with it, and then 14 comes up some point after. I'm not exactly sure that makes any sense. I really don't think that's going to happen. Option number 3 is they release 13.1 as part of 14. So I talked about this before. 14 might already be ready. It's got content in it that we've been seeing for literally years in there. The main content in that is stuff that we've been seeing for years and that they've been talking about. Every single thing they've been talking about for years. So that content could be ready to go. And as long as 13.1 and the new tech that they're planning on and the new engine that they're planning on doing with 13.1, which, by the way, BSG did confirm is on the ETS right now, and they're testing it on the ETS right now. We don't know how it's going. Publicly, we don't know how it's going. 13.1 could be good to go, and then they end up just wiping with 14. So whenever this wipe ends up happening, it could be patch 14, and 13.1 is just swept up into it. That could be it as well. We don't actually know. But I wanted to get into detail specifically on this 13.2.3, on what it could mean, and let me know what you guys think. When we get it all together, I'll put it in the next video for the next main channel video. Otherwise, you guys know the drill. Like if you did, sub for more, comment what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a nice day. See you guys.